Selling a house can be a daunting task on its own. But when you find yourself living 1,000 miles away from the property you need to sell remotely, the challenge can feel insurmountable. I'm Chris Walker of the Casas de Walker team, and we help people sell their property in the Treasure Coast of Florida, particularly when they live a long distance away. This situation often arises in a few different ways. For example, inherited properties. Your parents may have retired here, but now they have passed. The house is of no interest to you, but we have helped several heirs get their probate work done and their property sold without them ever having to make a trip here to our area. Vacation homes or second homes. Well, maybe you had a vacation home here or a seasonal home, but it no longer serves its purpose for you. We are working a case right now with a seller who doesn't even live here in the United States, but he would come here to South Florida on vacation, and due to a life change, they are selling their vacation home. A third possible situation is that you may have left the property as a rental when you moved away, or perhaps it was part of your portfolio when you lived here locally. We have helped tired landlords sell property that no longer fit their portfolio or investment strategy. Working with an experienced local real estate agent is your ticket to success. So let me give you 3 examples of how we do this, and then give you a 4-step guide that you will likely follow. We received a phone call from a family that built their home in Port St Lucie in the early 2000s. They furnished it and used it as a second home. Sadly, the wife passed away and the husband stopped traveling here. He chose us as his local guide to work him through the process of selling his home remotely. When the water heater started leaking, we were able to connect him with the right contractor for repairs before damage occurred. A second occasion is that an out-of-town seller called. Her mother had bought a property in the area north of Port St Lucie. They no longer had use for it. They found us online from a Google search. We took photos of their property, listed for sale. We navigated them through the process of contracts to closing. That family chose us as their local guide to get them across the finish line. A third example is on a personal level. We had a home in Virginia that we sold remotely. It had been used as a rental property for years after we left Virginia when it didn't sell in 2007. We signed all of the paperwork electronically. As a real estate investor, I have bought and sold property remotely. We know from experience that you can remotely sell a home. Now, to successfully navigate this process, a complex process, a real estate agent is your greatest ally. If your property is in our service area from Vero Beach, Florida, through Port St Lucie, Fort Pierce, Jensen Beach, Stuart, Hobe Sound, Jupiter, Palm Beach, give us a call. We'll walk you through the entire process. Now that you have a few ideas in mind, let's explore 4 essential steps and strategies for selling a house remotely from a long distance and the ways to reduce your stress of having to sell. Step 1, find the right agent to help assess what you have. Without the ability to travel to a property, a local real estate team like us become your eyes and ears on the ground. You can ask the agent that you find to perform a comprehensive evaluation, assess the property's current condition, maybe take a few photographs right now, and give you word of any necessary repairs or improvements. Now, finding the local realtor is absolutely crucial in this scenario. Look for a realtor with a strong local presence, knowledge of the local market, and a proven track record of successfully managing long-distance sales. Interview multiple real estate agents to find out who you click with. Ask about their experience in handling similar situations. A good qualified real estate agent can give you a list of references so that you can check their past, or you can check their history. You can check their online reviews, but conduct that initial assessment because you need to understand a current condition, market value, and potential issues that may affect your sale. If you have a property to sell in the Treasure Coast of Florida, from Vero Beach to Palm Beach, let us be that local agent team. Step 2, develop your plan of action. Once you've chosen a local real estate agent, set up your expectations of how communicating will work. How frequently do you want updates and status reports once the property is listed? Utilize video calls and online communication tools to stay in touch and establish a plan for how often you expect to receive updates. We have sold several properties remotely. The agent we worked with was an experienced investor as well. That gave us some awesome in-person guidance to help lead us through the process of what needs to happen. That agent helped us with advice on getting the property ready, contractors to fix things, an evaluation of market value, both as is with no work versus what it could be potentially worth based on different upgrade levels. For many long-distance sellers, especially those dealing with inherited properties or long-distance rental properties, decluttering and empty the house is a significant task. For other long-distance sellers, repairs and preparations may be necessary to maximize the market value. A local real estate agent will have a network of contractors and service providers who can tackle the needed work. Now, the real estate agent can help connect you with other vendors like electricians, inspectors, and repair contractors. But any work or repairs you want to do before listing the home for sale are between you and those licensed professionals. This is where tough decisions have to be made. How much do you want to invest in the property? Just a basic level like a deep clean and maybe a fresh paint? Or step up levels like modernizing light fixtures and faucets? Maybe major improvements like kitchen and bath upgrades, or more capital improvements like a new roof, replacement window and doors, resurfacing the pool, replacing the driveway. Let me give you a pro tip right here. Do not expect your real estate agent to get bids for you. They are not general contractors. You will design your own scope of work, choose your paint color, and define the expectations to the level of renovation. A local real estate agent can put you in touch with the right people and grant them access to the property for assessment, but they are not general contractors. Our Casa Stay Walker team recently helped an out-of-town seller who lived 1,300 miles away sell a house that needed $80,000 in repairs. There was no benefit to her to fix that inherited house. The amount of work was a source of stress for that seller. Now, we work with cash investors that will buy properties and fix them up. Now, step 3, get it listed. Once you decide to clean out the home, make or not make repairs, your next step is to get it listed with a local real estate agent that you have been working with. A key part of a local realtor's role is conducting a market analysis to determine that property's current market value. Based on this analysis, they will help you establish a competitive pricing strategy that takes into account the local real estate market, comparable property sales, and the property's condition. Once you sign the agreement to list your property, your local realtor will work with professional stagers, perhaps, and photographers to ensure that the property is presented in the best possible light. It is the agent's work to create a compelling listing that highlights the property's strengths, ensuring that it will reach the right audience of potential buyers. Even if the house needs extensive rehab, writing a great description will help get the property sold. Your listing agent will also manage inquiries, showings, guiding interested parties through the property, whether it's through virtual tours or video calls. When we listed our remote properties for sale, it was the local agent who handled all the showings, the collecting of offers, and helped us to choose a great offer. Between the time of listing the property and signing a purchase offer, the agent kept us informed of showings, feedback from buyers, responses, and talked about any strategy changes that might be needed based on the time on market. When offers start coming in on your property, your real estate agent will be your advocate. They will negotiate on your behalf, following your direction, ensuring you receive the best possible deal. Step 4, get your deal closed. Once you accept your purchase offer, your agent will work with you and the closing agent to get through all the various legal and administrative processes, such as inspections, appraisals, and closing procedures. In today's digital age, many documents can be notarized and signed electronically, making it easier to handle paperwork from a distance. Your local realtor and the title company of your choice, or perhaps the one of the buyer's choice, can help facilitate this process. They will ensure that all documents are properly executed and that the transaction is secure. Our out-of-town sellers have been grateful for the advances of technology to facilitate a closing. To give you an example, we have remotely bought or sold property for sellers that have lived in Hawaii, Connecticut, New Jersey, New York, Ontario, Canada, Wisconsin, Alabama, Virginia, Florida, Washington, D.C. We are familiar with the process to sell a house remotely. We've done it as a seller, and we have worked with sellers through the process to get them across the closing line. If you have a property to sell in the Treasure Coast of Florida that is from Vero Beach to Palm Beach, let us be your agent team. In summary, can you sell a house remotely? Selling a house from a distance when you live 1,000 miles away presents its unique challenges, but it can be done. In inherited property, you have an urgency to empty, prepare, and sell the house. That adds layers of complexity, but with the assistance of a competent and dedicated local real estate team, agent team, these challenges can be overcome. It is your local real estate agent that becomes your trusted partner. This ensures that the property is assessed, prepared, marketed to attract potential buyers. It is your local real estate agent that helps you navigate the legal and administrative details and facilitate a smooth transition to the new owner. By relying on a local real estate team like the Casa Stay Walker team, you can reduce your stress and increase the likelihood of a successful sale, even when you are 1,000 miles away. Find our contact information below if you want to work with us.